so KSI has just released a strength test video with his friend Ethan. This is a prime example of how to gain free entry into Snap City. You must respect the barbell, and here is why. And so I don't know much at all about KSI or Ethan. I know KSI had the boxing match. I didn't watch it, and I have nothing personal against them. They may be the best, most motivational YouTubers they are. I have no idea, but I do know a little bit about training. And between them, they have a huge following, cumulatively over 30 million subscribers. And their introduction in this video was hilarious. I giggled. And as YouTube decided to recommend me this video, I'm recommending that you do not copy this video. But the reason I wanted to make this video is because they have a large following, especially younger people. As you'll see from some of these comments here, they do have quite a large younger following. And people are going to emulate what they're doing and injure themselves. I can just envisage the sound of teenage lumbar spines cracking when they try and copy what these strength tests that KSI is showing.
I got a bad feeling about this.
And so for me, when I see videos like this, and it's kind of similar to the gym prank video that I released, for me it's socially irresponsible. And I understand that a large part of it was entertainment. But guess what? Your lumbar spine doesn't know that. And I am expecting some KSI fanboys to troll me, but I just want you to know that those comments will be about as effective as a Brittany Dawn fitness program.
There's some things on the surface that have come to surface.
So welcome to Old Man Sports Science. What they essentially showed was them testing their strength, testing their max across a series of lifts. And the lifts that they chose were the deadlift, the plank, the squat, the bench press, and the bicep curl. They ramped up, meaning that each set they increased the weight to try and test their max. And the problem with this is neither of them are competent lifters. Clearly, neither of them have good form with almost all the lifts except Ethan. His squats were fine. And the other problem is they were testing their max, and people are going to copy this, and there's a large potential for injury. Now, we have a real bias when people don't like barbell exercises, and one of the issues that they raise is spinal compression. And spinal compression is something that does happen with a deadlift, with a barbell back squat, but it's not inherently dangerous unless you are performing the movement with bad form, and that's exacerbated if you are also using a too heavy a load. And these guys are doing both of these. And so the risk for injury for them was quite large, because as much as I'm for comedy and entertainment, when it comes to the gym, when it comes to lifting, when it comes to the barbell, you must respect it. And KSI and Ethan should hire a fitness professional who can teach them the major compound lifts, as that would benefit their training, that would benefit the sports that they play, and they would be able to develop their strength without risking breaking their backs. And in addition, they will learn that actually testing your repetition max is not really the way that you train to increase your strength. And so they deadlift to their max, and they're using a sumo stance. Again, there's debate. Sumo's different to conventional. They're using a mixed grip, which is different to overhand grip. Again, I'm not going to make fun of the sumo, and although they can kind of wing it with a lighter weight, as you see here, KSI has a real imbalance in his lift. The load is too heavy. He has an imbalance through the lift. His form is not good. The back is starting to round. And to any of his fans watching this, please do not do this. Please do not test your max unless you have really competent form with the deadlift. And because they are not competent lifters, because they're clearly pushing their load, there's also the potential for a bicep tear because of the mixed grip, lumbar spine injury. There's so much that could happen here. And again, testing their strength on the bicep curl, which to many people who lift will be hilarious in itself. However, again, the potential for injury. And you look at Ethan and the way that he's swinging that weight, the cheat rep to get that weight up. Again, the pressure on his back, that hyperextension of the back with a large load. This is not a responsible training video to be putting on YouTube. And with the barbell back squat, Ethan's form is actually fine. He's actually got decent barbell back squat form. This is pretty horrific in so many ways. Compound lifts have so many cues to make them technically and mechanically safe. And this partial squat he does with a too heavy a load. Look at how unstable the bar is there. You can see the plates turning. This is Chris Hernia level dangerous squatting.
Oh, friend, football friend, best friend. friends forever and ever. Oh, friend!
And again with the bench press, they have an imbalance. The bar's actually not level. The form is not great. KSI uses the Alpha M method with the lower weights. Now the difference between Alpha M and KSI is Alpha M was using a relatively lighter weight. He was volume training. Higher repetitions are lighter weight. KSI is ramping up to his max. Now he does actually improve his form. As he gets heavier, he plants his feet. His form is not horrific. But again, they're not competent lifters and their spotting is dangerous. Not to mention the fact that that's a 0 rep because he's got his hands on the bar. But the spotting here is dangerous. That's not how you spot. Again, it just shows inexperience in the gym. And while this might be funny and entertaining, again, there is a massive potential for injury if the lifter and the spotter are not experienced lifters and they're testing their max with bad form. It's just a recipe for disaster. Get your hands off that barbell, young man. And we can even go to the dips here and say goodbye to Ethan's shoulder, how deep his range of motion is here, the pressure on that shoulder joint. You don't want to go down this deep. You've got to be really careful with these exercises. And a lot of his followers, young teenagers, may be training calisthenics at home. Do not do your dips like this. Instead, do your dips like this. Go to Athlete Next and have a look at how Jeff Cavalier, an expert, a fitness professional, teaches these exercises. And for any of his fans, his younger fans, interested in physical fitness, don't test your max. Don't let your ego control your training when you start. Hire a fitness professional and learn the major compound lifts. Don't worry about lifting close to your max. Learn the technique and the form, and gradually over time increase your weight as you get stronger. And so this was not a planned video. I have nothing against these people, but I see a lot of videos like this on YouTube. Very popular people from other genres, not necessarily fitness professionals. And it's great they train, it's great they work out, but they put these kind of comic entertaining videos and based in the gym. And in my opinion, they're socially irresponsible and people will copy what they do, and there's the potential for injury. And as somebody that loves training and respects the gym and views training as an art form, I just think we need to be better with this type of stuff. And I think that these people who have large followings should be more careful when they publish these types of videos. I'm James Linker. This was Old Man Sports Science. I'll see you soon.